Thanks for always handling the complaints. It's so tough to work when there are so many difficult customers. I haven't handled any of them. Then, who has?
Trouble Busters!
What are you going to do on your day off tomorrow? Hold a second. Let me see what I'll get. It looks like horse racing is waiting for me. My name is Tom. I'm an office worker who loves gambling. I had a great relationship with my colleagues. However, Tom, please! It'll be a bit challenging right now. The other day it affected my work. But you did it for me the other day, didn't you? Things are different this time. But we're still colleagues, aren't we? Okay, fine. I'll think about it when I have time. Yes, please! Geez, he's changed a lot. It's such a hassle to go ask Tom to handle it every single time. That's right. Thanks for always handling the complaints. It's so tough to work when there are so many difficult customers. What are you talking about? I haven't been helping you handle your complaints lately at all. Oh, I see. This guy has no idea that I've been making him handle all the complaints that are coming towards me. No, nothing. I hope you handle all the complaints just the way you always do, okay? I haven't handled any of them. Seriously? Yeah, dead serious. I haven't handled a single complaint in the past year. What's happening? I've been sending all the complaints to Tom's line every time I got one. Your extension number is 711, right? No, it's not. Huh? I thought it was 711. Until last year. Ugh, my number never changed, so I thought Tom's number would have been the same too. In that case, who was the one handling my complaints all along? Then, who has extension number 711 this year? Who on earth keeps sending me the complaints? Mr. Southwell, who's usually very calm and nice, is extremely furious. I wonder why Mr. Southwell is so angry. Oh my goodness! Mr. Southwell then proceeded to explain how someone's been passing him all the complaining customers via extension. It was only a few times last year, and I didn't dislike the idea of helping out my subordinate if they were too busy to handle the complaint. I can be ultimately responsible if we have a complaining customer. But lately, I have to handle difficult complaints every few days, and it's starting to affect my work. I can't take this anymore. So, I need the culprit to come forward about it. If it's now, I'll accept the apology. May I? What is it? I think I have an idea of the person who did that. Huh? Who is it? It's Tom! What? Tom loves gambling, and he's lousy about everything he does. He was always lousy about work, too. He never handles his own complaints. What? What on earth is this guy even saying? What's your name? My name is Cameron. I see. I've heard of that name. You're the top-performing sales rep. You have great work ethics, and you're an asset to the team. I'm very honored. And it sounds like I can trust you. Everyone's watching me. They totally think I was the culprit. I can't believe Cameron's placing the blame on me. But I can't let him do this so easily. I'm going to prove my innocence. I'm not letting him get away with this. Trouble Busters! Were you the one who's been sending me all those complaints? No, I wasn't. Don't let him fool you. They always say that. What should I do? You have to listen. I can prove that I'm not the culprit. What? So where's the proof? I transferred from sales to development, so there's no way I would have handled any of these complaints. What? Is that true? Then Tom can't possibly be the culprit. Yikes! Tom used to handle complaints, so I tried to make him take the blame. I'm sorry I accused you. It's okay, I understand the situation. Glare! Why'd you say that earlier? Well, I think I misunderstood. Did you think it's okay for you to accuse someone over such a vague reasoning? I'm so sorry about that. You'd better be careful next time. Okay. Whew, that was close. Putting that aside, so who kept sending me all those complaints? That's right, we haven't solved that problem yet. But hold on, our phone lines don't save the incoming phone calls, so there's no way anyone would find out. Maybe we can check the outgoing calls. Our phone lines don't have records on incoming calls, but we have a record of the outgoing calls. I see. If we take a look at everyone's outgoing calls, I'm sure we can identify the culprit. Yikes! I didn't know we could do that. I can't let them do that. I don't recommend you do that. Why not? If you have to check for everyone who works in this company, it'll take a ridiculous amount of time. If you spend too much time looking for the culprit, it's going to affect work. Let's just say that everyone's at fault for this, so we can all learn a lesson from this incident and improve the situation. After what happened today, I don't think anyone's going to be sending you all those complainers either. So you're saying that it'll be the fastest solution this time, huh? Maybe that's what we should do for the sake of our company. I appreciate your decision. Hold a second. We don't have to look through everyone's outgoing call to find the culprit. There are only a few departments that are handling complaints anyway. That's true. HR, accounting, legal affairs, development, and system departments don't deal with complaints. Complaints are handled by the sales department and the general affairs. They're narrowing it down. Why does Tom want to do this to me so badly? When it comes to the contents of the complaints, they were mostly about the person who assisted them instead of the products, so I'm pretty sure it was about someone from the sales department. If we look into all the outgoing calls at the sales department, I'm sure we'll identify the culprit. Hold on a second. You again? What do you want? Isn't it against the privacy to look at such history? What are you talking about? There's no such thing as privacy when it comes to looking at the history of outgoing calls on a work phone device. He keeps getting in my way. Tom is exactly right. You've been acting strangely. Is there something you're trying to hide? No, I don't. Does anyone have a problem with having me look at everyone's outgoing calls? I'm fine with it. Me too! Yikes! I need to do something about it right now or else I'll be in trouble! All right, I'm going to look into the sales department's outgoing calls right now. It'll take time for him to check everyone's lines, so I gotta act quickly before it's too late. It's your turn now. Are you okay with this? Of course I am. Go ahead and look into it as much as you want. You'll only prove my innocence. It turned out that none of the sales department team members had transferred any calls to Mr. Southwell's line. I guess it's not easy to find who the culprit was. This case will be forever a mystery. Let's not waste time on it anymore. As I said earlier, that's not true. What? There's something important that we discovered after doing this. Mr. Southwell, what do you say? Yup, it turns out that you're the prime suspect, Cameron. What do you mean by that? It's because your phone line was the only one that didn't have a single outgoing call. And that proves my innocence! Your phone line didn't even have any of the outgoing calls that you should have had when you were calling others for your normal duties either. The only reason we can think of is that you rushed to delete all your phone history. You probably didn't have the time to be selecting certain calls to delete them. Other than that, you came to talk to me about the complaint calls, about how you remembered my extension number wrong, and how you tried to make me the culprit earlier. You've been extremely suspicious this entire time. All right, will you explain why you didn't have any call history in your line? Well, I remember! Yesterday I deleted it all because I wanted to organize the data. It was kind of like spring cleaning. I feel restless when I have unorganized data. What a lousy excuse. No one would do that. Oh, shut up! Just because I don't have the call history, you can't make me the culprit! Even if there was a suspicion, it's only the slightest suspicion! No, we're almost certain. I know Cameron is likely the one who did it, but we also don't have anything to prove that he was the culprit. Of course not! I wasn't the culprit! We're so close, though! What do we do? Maybe it's a waste of time to try to go after the culprit at this point. Whoa, I'm saved. It seems like I got away. Then how about we take a look at the cases that each team member from the sales department handled versus the complaints that you've been receiving. We can just take a look at the most recent ones. Why do you have to suggest that? I see. That's worth trying. No, you don't have to. Off I go. Oh, wait, please. And when we looked into it, it turned out that all the complaints that Mr. Southwell had handled were regarding Cameron. Cameron? We knew you were the culprit. I'm sorry. Why do you do this? Not only you weren't even doing your job, but when that was about to be revealed, you tried to place the blame on someone else. This is completely unforgivable. No, this was all a misunderstanding. Huh? What's the misunderstanding? I had no idea the extension numbers had been switched a year ago, so I thought I was sending them to Tom. I never intended to cause you trouble, Mr. Southwell. This was just an accident. This was all your own mistake, not knowing people's extension numbers. It's something that was announced to everyone internally by email. I truly regret that, too. Is that it? Huh? Isn't there something far more important than that? Aren't you sorry for the fact that you were slacking from handling your own complaints? That's not true. I wasn't slacking off. I've been always prioritizing work and the company. But didn't you say you were trying to send the complaints to Tom if you weren't trying to send them to me? It doesn't sound like you were passionate about your job at all. That's not a problem, because Tom agreed to do so a year ago. Tom was supposed to be in charge of handling all the complaints that were coming to me. What? Is that true? It's completely false. Stop lying! You said it! You said you'll help if you have the free time. Because Tom said this, I decided to send the complaints to Tom. I wanted to be efficient by utilizing the extension number. Tom, shouldn't you have asked about it if you weren't getting any complaints from me? That way we would have realized the mistake about the extension number right away. You're being ridiculous. I thought you fixed yourself to become a better person and handle the complaints on your own. Besides, I told you that I'll think about it if I have the free time. It's the same thing! No, it's not. I was occupied with my own work after that, so I didn't have the time to be helping you. Even if you had sent me those complaints, I would have sent them straight back at you. That doesn't even make any sense! You'd better cut it out. The complaints started all because of your work, so you should be the one handling it in the first place. Even if we help each other from time to time, we shouldn't be expecting others to do our jobs for us. But I've been performing well in sales. Rather than spending time on handling complaints that anyone else can handle, it's beneficial for the company if I were to spend more time and effort trying to secure contracts. My actions were all for the sake of the company. I wasn't trying to be lazy. That's not going to cut it. They're all your job, including complaint handling. You're responsible for them. It's most efficient if the person who handled the case handles the complaint, too. Trying to perform better for sales isn't going to be a valid excuse for taking up other people's time. That's right. I'm handling so much more since I transferred to development, and that's why I was refusing to help you. I'm challenging myself every day by reflecting all of our consumers' needs in our products. I don't have the time to be dealing with you. I need you to do your own job. Besides, you have way too many complaints in the first place. If you're making sure to learn the cause and try to avoid it in the future, you wouldn't be getting so many complaints. I'm questioning your work habits at this point. That's wrong. I'm getting a lot of complaints because of the guys from development. It's not my fault at all. What? How dare you? Are you trying to blame me again? You know that I'm right! We're selling the products that you guys developed, so all the complaints are coming because of the people from development! I can say it's our fault if our products are defective, but we're not at fault if they're exactly the way they're supposed to be sold. Mr. Southwell, what do you say? Have you ever received any complaints that sounded like the development team should be responsible for? No, I rarely received any complaints from anyone saying that our products are defective. They were mostly about the way the sales rep explained things and their demeanor. What? It tells me how Cameron is talented at selling the products, but it seems like there are issues in terms of his demeanor after signing the contract. We're getting so many complaints about that. It's a misunderstanding! Everyone's signing their contracts with me because they're happy with my service! The fact that I'm the top performer proves that point! Indeed, you seem as if you're a talented performer when we look at the number of cases you secure, but your customer satisfaction is extremely low. That's why you get so many complaints and you don't have many repeating customers. I'm sorry, but my job is to have our clients purchase our products. The number of contracts I secure is all that tells about my performance, and I'd like you to assess me solely on that. No, you're wrong. Taking care of the clients after securing a contract is part of your job. You're being all about numbers and you're forgetting the most important things. I can't possibly praise you for your performance. What? You did this to yourself. I'm sorry. I'd like to improve myself moving forward. Please forgive me just this time. Isn't there someone else you should be apologizing to? Tom! I'm sorry about that. Are you sure you're sorry? Yeah. Fine. This'll be the last time, okay? You'd better learn your lesson from this time and make sure you're putting our customers first moving forward. Okay, understood. After that, it seemed like Cameron was working hard as a sales rep for a little while. Whew! After all, I'm a genius in sales. My sales are increasing so rapidly, and I'm being recognized too. How annoying. The contract's already secured, so stop calling me. I need to be efficient if I want to perform better. Where's Cameron? What's the matter? Please calm down. No, I can't possibly calm down. We purchased an injection modeling machine from your company, but it's not useful at all. What are you gonna do about this? What? How did that happen? Was there something wrong with our product? Not just something wrong, we purchased the injection modeling machine as you said, so we can manufacture our automobile bumpers, but about 15% of our yield is defective. What on earth is happening? Hey, why didn't you recommend that he purchase the high-end model? That way they'd be keeping the discrepancy under 0.05 millimeters so they wouldn't be getting any defective parts. High-end model will cost so much more. If I suggested that, I'd struggle to convince him to sign the contract, and it won't count towards my sales performance. What have you done? But Mr. Connor, you willingly signed the contract, didn't you? Let's not forget about that. We can't do anything for you if you're gonna complain after making the purchase. But you fooled me! Fooled you? That's a big word. I have no idea what you're talking about. But are you sure this price will do? It's really important for our new products to have meticulous accuracy. Our company's products are extremely accurate, so don't worry. If it's just this level of molding, you won't be getting any defects. Because this was such an important contract for us, of course we made sure to secure audio and written evidence of what we discussed. Of course we all make mistakes. We wouldn't have complained if you were willing to be sincere about this matter. What angered me the most is that your demeanor switched the moment we signed the contract. We were communicating so well before we signed the contract, but after we signed it, you never pick up our calls or respond to our emails. Are you thinking that you don't need us the moment we signed the contract? No, that wasn't what I was trying to do. I'd like to be more meticulous as I handle your inquiries, so please forgive us this time. I'm never gonna trust your words again. So what are you gonna do about this matter? I'd like to know how your company is going to fix this problem. We're terribly sorry about this matter. This is completely our fault, and we'd like to immediately switch the machine to the high-end model at no cost. In that case, I won't be suing your company. But if he wasn't happy with the performance of the machine, Tom, you should feel responsible since you developed it, right? No, you're wrong. Machineries can vary in price and specifications depending on the use. Because you didn't care about the client's needs, but all you cared about was to sell the machinery, something like this happened. You'd better be responsible for this and learn your lesson this time. Oh, no! Please forgive me! Cameron ended up leaving the job after losing his place at work after this incident. He ended up causing over $2 million in damages, and the company found him liable for it. Now that he's in a large debt, he'll probably spend the rest of his life repaying it. All I ever wanted was to perform well in sales and get promoted. As for me... What? You're going to pay for our dinner tonight? But I feel bad. It's fine. I won big time in gambling. Okay. Thanks for the dinner then. I'm having a great time drinking with friends as I enjoy gambling during my free time. Trouble Busters.